Yes, there we go.
Testing.
Play something. Somebody play something. Shit, it's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show. Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show.
What the fuck?
Scary Terry show. Lick my balls show. Szechuan sauce show. It's the fucking Rick and Morty fan show, bitch.
Oh my god, and we fucked up the graphics already.
It's a good show. It's a great show.
I promise it's going to be a great show, guys. I promise it's going to be a great show. Welcome into the Rick and Morty fan show. We got a couple of things today that I'm really excited about. We got the Me Seeks episode, which is cool. Great episode. Everyone loves it. We got the fan art competition, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. I love a lot of these entries. Some didn't get in until too late, and I wasn't able to get Justin McEwen's video on here. That probably would have been hard to do, but if you want to see it, it's on the Facebook page. It's on the Rick and Morty fan show. It's awesome. But I do have lots of pictures to show. We're going to dissect them. And, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say anything mean about them. I'm not going to be like fucking America's Got Talent or anything. But I got lots of things I like about every one of these art submissions. So I'm excited to get to them. Just before I start up, if you guys would like to have your chats read out online, you have to get in there with a super chat. Super chat's a little $sign button. You can do a super chat for anywhere from like $1 to like something ridiculous. I forget what it is, like $100. I don't expect anybody to give me $100 just to come on and entertain you for 45 minutes. But you know, if you want to get your message read, send me a super chat. Otherwise, I'll get to some messages later, but I can't guarantee that we'll get into everything. If you do want to type in something that we want to talk about, then, you know, go ahead. I might get to it. I got lots of stuff to do today, but, you know, it is a fan show. It's driven by you guys. This show is driven by the chat. We like to talk about what's in the chat, so, yeah. We can do that. Without further ado, let's get to Me Seeks and Destroy, the episode number 5. Is that number 5? It is number 5. All right, cool. Well, I brought a couple visuals up, but I'm going to have them up in a couple pages because we fit a lot of pictures in today's episode, so everything's crammed in. So we open up this episode with a really weird zombie Jerry, Beth, and Summer, they're I guess taken over by demon aliens. Oh, Travis says the cam is out of focus. Oh, you can't even see my beautiful shirt. Oh my god. Oh well. This is my hippie shirt I was talking about last week, by the way. It's got lots of crazy Buddhas and stuff on it, and it's, I don't know, it's definitely, I bought it from a hippie store, so it's definitely hippie-ish.
It's not so much out of focus as it is far away.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
If I put my hand really far, you're going to see the wrinkles. Anyways, we open up with these weird demon spirits, as Rick calls them when he captures them, coming after Rick, and then he tosses this weird Nintendo cartridge to Morty. Definitely looks like an old school Nintendo cartridge, and basically makes Morty press a button to destroy his whole family. Obviously they're not, but it's a traumatic experience for Morty. And that's kind of how they set up the episode. I know that they were trying to look for a reason to set this episode up. And this was kind of maybe even one of the last things they threw in, from my understanding. So basically, this sets up the argument between Rick and Morty, where Morty, says like, "Oh, this is traumatic. Like, this is shit. Like, you fuck up all our adventures." And Rick is, says like, "Well, why don't you try being in the driver's seat?" And it's definitely one of Rick's like fuck over Morty moments. He knew that his adventure was going to go bad. I wouldn't even be surprised if he was behind the scenes pulling the strings on this one. But I love the line that Rick has where he says, "When your adventure lays a big fart, we're not doing any more of your shit anymore." And he even makes a bet with Morty that he has to do his laundry for a month, which is kind of funny because like you think to have Rick to even think about Rick kind of like doing his own laundry is weird. I can't imagine. Oh, are we switching cams? Is that what we're doing? All right, we'll try. We'll try on the fly to switch cams to the closer cam that's in on me. But you guys can see my beautiful beard and crazy shirt. Oh, is that it? Oh my God. Oh my! I look like I have a spray tan. What the fuck happened? I got. I look like a professional wrestler. I got a spray tan. I've actually been out in the sun a ton lately, so. Anyways, oh yeah, we can skip to this slide. This one's good. So Rick and Morty go on this Morty adventure. Morty gets to pick every 10th adventure, which comes into play later in the Vindicators episode. Yeah, you can switch to the other one. Or not. Keep it. No, switch. Fucking around with Sean because he gets to fuck around with me more. So we get the Meeseeks. Basically, every member of the family comes in with their own problem, and Jerry's is like a jar of mayonnaise, and he's like, "I can't open it," which is fucking pathetic, Jerry, of course. And he shows them the Meeseeks box, which is totally one of those like monkey paw type things where it's like you can't confuse it, like you'll never get your wish the right way, like it's gonna take forever. And I mean, it only fucks over Jerry. It's really weird that it doesn't fuck over either of the other people because they make bizarre requests or very crazy requests. But Rick gives the Meeseeks to the family, and then Rick and Morty are free to go on their journey. And it's weird, too, because this is the only episode I can think of where Rick and Morty are kind of the B story. The Meeseeks is kind of I think takes up the bigger part of that episode. But it's also the part that people like so much. DMT says, that anime Rick and Morty chair, though. This is actually just my Rick and Morty blanket over top of the chair. I mean, if you watch the other episodes, you'll see what the chair actually looks like. It's a gaming chair. It's nice. It's my chair. It's actually Jade's chair, and Jade gets angry at sometimes things I do in this chair. So let's skip to the next part. So we get the crazy kind of medieval journey that Rick and Morty are starting to go on. It's kind of like a paint by numbers kind of fantasy thing. The town says they're poor, and they have to get the money from the giant who lives in the clouds, who has untold riches. I love here, actually, you'll see there's a whole bunch of Harmons in this. There's a whole bunch of Harmon clones. You can see the guy in the top left there. That's Dan Harmon. They definitely drew that character as Dan Harmon. Later we get a giant who looks like Dan Harmon. So Rick and Morty are going to go up and steal from this giant. It cuts back to the Meeseeks episode for a little bit, or for the A story, as I'll call it. And I love the second picture we have here. The dinner with Beth and the Meeseeks is hilarious because she like goes to like make out with the Meeseeks at the end, and he disappears. So this is the Meeseeks granting the wish of Beth becoming a more complete woman. Which you would think would be a really crazy, like unsolvable mystery, but really basically, the Meeseeks just reminds her that, she doesn't have to live for her family. She still gets to be an individual. Like, you don't have to, You know, you don't have to live just to be a wife when you're a wife or a mother. I think it's funny. I like how the Meeseeks brings up. He says if you know, you might have to let people go. He basically brings up the, like, you know, if you love them, then you have to let them go and see if they come back. And Beth says, I can't believe, like, she says, you want me to leave Jerry? And then she says, like, I can't believe we're having this conversation finally. So it wasn't, it's like she took it as if she let Jerry go, then she'd just fuck off and leave. Like, it's kind of funny, like, she doesn't take it as like, oh, you got to let him go and then he'll come back, which Jerry would fucking 100% come back to Beth. Like, because Jerry, like, Beth only exists to Jerry. It's definitely Jerry is, he's the person who keeps the relationship alive more than Beth. I think Beth just kind of does it because it's there, and it was obviously her fault that, well, not her fault, but it was her choice to kick Jerry out in the first place. So I thought it was funny that she took it that way. The next part, as you can see here, we get the not yet. We get the golfing scene, which is awesome. I'm a golfer. I don't know. You could, if you want to chat in, if you're a golfer, then chat in, because anyone who golfs loves this. It's fucking hilarious, because no matter what you do in golf, you're always playing against yourself. Like, you're always playing to not fuck up. You're always playing to, like, just, you know, like, I just want to fucking beat my score from last year when I came here. You know, I shot a 49 or whatever. And you're like, I just want to fucking beat that shot. And like, it almost never happens. It's that one time that you played really well. And, you know, you're like, oh man, I fucked up that drive. Maybe I should close the face and blah, blah, blah. And you the more you think about it, the more you fuck up. Like, I usually go on like this huge bell curve when I play golf, because I'll learn things and get better. And then when I get to the peak of the golf season, I'll be like, I got to improve even better. And I end up just fucking my game up. And by the end of the golf season, I'm like, this is a fucking stupid game. Anyways, enough about golf, but we get the awesome, like, the Meeseeks is what everyone likes. I think the voices and the voice work in this whole episode is one of the big pluses. Like, the Meeseeks voice is hilarious, and also, like, it killed Justin Roiland's voice to do this. You can see a couple of parts where he's, like, really fucked up and just trying to get the words out as the Meeseeks. I know he's talked at lengths about how he fucked up his voice doing the Lemon Grab character on Adventure Time. I actually just watched a Gravity Falls earlier that he's the voice of a commercial, and he does the same sort of Justin Roiland thing that, like, no other voice actor would want to do, like, just totally fuck up their voice, like, just ruin their vocal cords. He said something about, it was an advertisement for a baby carrier, and the character wanted to use it for a pig, and he's like, it even works on pigs! And it was, like, super loud, super long, and you could tell it, like, fucks up his voice, so it was great. Justin Roiland, really hurt himself doing these Meeseeks. Actually, in the director commentary there, you can see apparently Justin Roiland didn't want to do the voice for the Meeseeks, and Harmon fucking coaxed him into doing not only one voice, but all of the voices of all the Meeseeks. They were going to have, I guess, different voices. But yeah, just like, is he squaring his shoulders? He's trying. And like the whole can do thing, like the voice is just so funny, like on its own. It's even the gags don't have to land. It's just the voice is just funny and fun to listen to anyways. So we get the Meeseeks have completed Beth by, touching her inner soul, I guess. I don't know. Making her feel like she was when she was a teenager again. Summer ends up making more friends because the Meeseeks makes a speech at her school. And Jerry's just trying to get 2 strokes off his game, and it's impossible because golf is fucking impossible. The best line in that whole thing is when one guy says, but most of all, you need to relax. And he says, have you ever tried to relax? It is a paradox. Like, how can you try to relax? Or like, you need to be relaxed. You can't try to relax. Like, it's a great line. And I mean, it's so true for people who golf or people who try to get in the zone for anything. I don't care if you're a goalie or if you're playing darts or, whatever, any of those focus type games. Like, you cannot try to relax. If you're trying, you're not relaxed. Like, it's fucked up. Great line written in there. Next, we're going to get to... Oh, okay. So here's another Harmon. It's another... Well, it's the giant who is basically Dan Harmon, but he trips and busts his head open, and Rick and Morty have to go to giant courtroom, and they're going to go to giant jail. So super chat from my wife, Alicia. This is her favorite line from here. We say it all the time at home. Like, it could be anything. I could be like, hey, did Leland take out the garbage yet? And she'll be like, he's trying. Yeah, it's one of our favorite lines. Where was I here? Oh, at the giant episode, or the giant part. So the giant's wife comes in, and it's funny because this giant is dressed up like this, so you assume that this is how the giants dress. But then his wife comes in with his baby, and they're dressed like regular people. So it's pretty funny. This is obviously maybe some sort of shot at Harmon here. I love as well. I guess we got lots to break down in these pictures here, but basically. They end up getting bailed out by the giant lawyer who's done a Ryan Ridley voice that I really like when he says free fi to faux home. And then everyone's like, what the hell is that? And he says, I'm deconstructing that thing that giants say. Like, what the hell? Nobody got that? Like that part. And also, what? Where are we going? What are you doing? Also, we got Mr. Booby Buyer there. One of my favorite one-off characters. I love how, whoa. Oh. To reveal The Last Jedi. Oh, it's not on screen. Fuck. I just caught a Halloween poster, and underneath it was a Last Jedi poster, which is hilarious if you know Sean. He's fucking trying to hide The Last Jedi. It didn't work. Man, I got cut off here again too. Let's just, you know what? I really want to get to the art competition, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people here are waiting for the art competition. So we'll just go ahead and say, I love Mr. Booby Buyer. It's fucking hilarious that he just kind of he disappears into the ceiling. I think he's actually like going to another dimension or something. Like, he's definitely not just, it kind of makes it look like he's going through a hole in the ceiling, but he also just kind of teleports and shrinks, which is, I don't know, I like it. So I think he's an extra dimensional being. We get a really, really fucking awkward scene with King Jellybean and Morty, where he basically tries to rape Morty in the bathroom. It's definitely really weird. And I mean, this is something that people bring up all the time. You know, people talk about the show, and they don't like that it's over-sexualized Morty and Summer, that it's, like they have they talk about rape quite a bit. They mentioned rape twice in this episode. It's all very absurd. So you have to be the type of person who likes absurd humor, and you have to be able to laugh at things that are not funny in real life, but to the people who like Rick and Morty, they're funny, when they're being talked about in an absurd way. Like, yeah, Morty's looks like he's getting sexually assaulted, but it's by a giant jelly bean. So it kind of takes the reality out of it. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that too much more. It's a big topic for Rick and Morty fans. A lot of people are divided on whether this is something that should be done in the show or not. He beats the fuck out of King Jellybean because he gets his fucking, rage powers. we have an awesome scene where all the Meeseeks fight and decide they need to kill Jerry to take all strokes off his game. Oh, hey, Fat Pat's in the house. Also, I see a lot of, actually, most of the artists are here from the show. So from the art competition. Yeah. So let's just end it there because this is a fucking episode everyone likes. I really want to get into this art. So let's get to the art. I got a whole bunch of these up. If I missed anything, I apologize. I think I got all the submissions from that page until earlier when I had a couple late submissions that I wasn't able to get in. Matthew in with a super chat says, I heard Deshaun Watson is going to be in a scene next season talking about how some awesome spas are. Yeah. You're a Texans fan, aren't you? No, you're Titans. Okay, Titans. Oh man, yeah, Deshaun Watson. If I was going to put in my 2 cents on that really quickly, I'd say I want to wait and find out what the evidence is on this. I won't say he's innocent. I won't say he's guilty.
It's not looking good. But
yeah, it's not looking good. And I definitely don't ever play the oh, well, they're just trying to get his money type thing because, I mean, I think this would happen way more often if that was the case. But I don't know. Anyways, not a football show. But I guess that kind of went with what we were talking about with King Jellybean. Without further ado, we have some artwork here. I'm going to pull up my phone here so I can make sure I get all the artists right on this. This is... Oh. Okay, so the... Oh, what the hell? This is out of order. The Aw Bitch picture, I think, is by Nova Reese. Really like this picture of Scary Terry. It's awesome. I like how she captured, I think captured the character. He has kind of it definitely is that aw bitch moment when, when Rick and Morty help him out in the dream sequence and, he's like, oh, you guys. And they're like, what can we help you out? Don't even trip, dog, which gets said in that episode 4 or 5 times. Don't even trip, dog. I think they captured that really well. I like the crooked hat, great color. Choosing for the background is red was great because there's a lot of red in that kind of dungeon-y scene that he comes from. I think it's really great. I like it a lot. I guess I can't say too much more. They did the knives really well too. Very straight lines. I'm not sure. This looks like it was just painted, so... I'm not sure how they got the lines that straight because in my painting, my Garmin Arnar painting could not fucking keep lines that straight. But really good painting. Love it. Let's go over to... Okay, so both these ones with the letters are from the same person. That is a submission from... Okay, artist number 4... Ebony Rain. That's from Ebony Rain. It's awesome because she has lots of the awesome animated cartoons in there. I haven't seen Big Mouth yet, and I'm told fucking watch Big Mouth. I've been told so many times, but it's just on the pile. It's on the pile of things to do, and that pile never gets smaller. It just gets bigger. I love American Dad. Actually, I haven't really talked on here at all. Misty, yours will be on the next page. I have 2 pages. I just got that. Yeah, just got that message in there. So that yours will be on the next page. I think all 3 of yours are on the next page. This is just how they fit. We had to that's why we were late. Actually, that's why we were a little late for the show is because we were trying to fucking Jenga all these pictures in here. If I showed them all on their own, we'd have 1 million pages and that would just take up too much room in this program that we have. So we try to get them all in here. anyways, I really like all the characters. I like how the S is painted. It's great portal scene. Looks great. Definitely pulls off exactly what what it's supposed to look like. I really like the King of the Hill one too as well. I know Bob's Burgers, but I'm not a big fan. I know Tommy B, who's a host on a lot of shows here, is a big Bob's Burgers fan, so I know that he'll like that. But yeah, great job. They look great. I like how I'm wondering why they say these letters. Do we know? Is Ebony's not in here? I don't think Ebony Rain, but I'll have to find out why these pictures specifically are taken. But anyways, great job. Let's go on to. Let's do that purple one that's at the bottom. That's Leslie Rodriguez, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, Leslie Rodriguez, who I think is LR cartoonist in here. This is really fantastic. I love this. I'm not sure exactly. It looks like it's done with computer computer drawing, but like the colors are amazing. Having purple and that color of green together is like a really great. What do they call that? Color theory. Really great color theory in here. Also, the take on Morty is awesome. I really enjoy this kind of like take on the character. He looks like a wide-eyed kid, which Rick and Morty starts as, Morty starts as, but then he gets all really fucked up. As he kind of becomes a boss more like this. This looks like this is like the original Rick and Morty. Like Rick's out there kicking ass with giant lasers, and Morty's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh geez, man. Yeah, it's really great. I did want to mention as well that I think whoever wins this competition, which I have not made up my mind yet, so if anyone wants to like try to push me over the edge here in the chat, go ahead and do it. Tell me which
one's awful lot like a bribe.
Like a bribe.
Typical Canadians fan over there bribing the refs.
Yeah, whatever. I'm also a Tom Brady fan now, so I fucking can bribe whoever I want. He does that shit. Yeah, really love this picture. It's great. The laser is awesome, and I really like the characters. But yeah, if I had to say the best thing about this picture, it would be the color theory. The colors picked are just fantastic. We'll move on. This is Matt Conway's sticker art. It's funny because he put these stickers on here, and then he told me that the theme was the night Professor Chaos went crazy, which reminds me. I said, "Oh, is that from the Weird Al song, The Night Santa Went Crazy?" And he's like, "Yes, that's the fucking one." So we definitely were on the same wavelength there. I like the idea of doing sticker art. I know a lot of people would say like, oh, well, we got to get a painting in here. But like, I have a few things on here. I got, we got painting done with paintbrushes. We got some online pictures. We got a song submission that I talked about already. Justin McEwen in there doing the Tiny Rick song, which is awesome. So check that out. And I got a couple more submissions that look like they were kind of put together. I have a meme submission, which is on the next page. Next, let's get to Lance Livingstone's picture here. This is the one with Rick holding the baby Morty. This is, I believe, a scene in the first Evil Morty episode where he's got the Rick with the crazy scar and he wears the black shirt. And they look back at the past in his memories, and he kind of makes fun of him for saying like, fuck, you're lame for thinking, for being attached to people. And, it's funny because this is stuff that Rick really isn't wanting seeing. So this is like what appears to be like a teenager Rick holding baby Morty. I like this picture. It's well painted. I've seen lots of Lance's paintings. They're really great. I actually just got another one later today, but I didn't get that one in. But if I could focus mostly, I would like to focus on the baby. The baby is painted so well and conveys emotion so well. I really enjoyed it. It actually kind of looks like Tommy from Rugrats, which I thought was great. But if you go back and take a look at the baby Morty in the picture there, it's pretty spot on there too. But when you see the diaper and the shirt there that way, it looks a lot like Tommy. So I thought the best part of this picture was definitely the baby. Looks awesome. Really hard to paint faces. And I know that this is like, I know that Lance just goes and paints stuff. Like he just like, you know what, I'm going to do something. And he just goes and paints it. So, cause he's always churning out paintings. Actually, if you want, you can contact him. He's in the This Is Rick and Morty group. Which is like one that I bounce all my stuff off of, and he bounces all his stuff off of my page. It's kind of like we have a good relationship with that page, and with the Morty's Mind Blowers page. All my stuff goes on them too. Yeah. So great painting. Let's get to the next set of painting. Well, the only other set of paintings. I know we have two more here from. Oh no, we have all three from Misty in this one. Misty, who's in the chat, which is awesome. Love people showing up to look at this. I was super excited about it, so I'm glad a lot of you guys are here to hear my reviews. Misty did the Evil Morty, the phone case, and the Last Supper picture, which is great. I think those are the three that she did. Yeah, I'm almost sure that those are the three that she did. I said 3 submissions, and she's the only one who sent in 3. The Evil Morty, I love. It's really great. If you can't really see it unless you have a computer, but the stuff that's inside Rick's brain is fucking amazing. It's a great drawing. It's a great subject because it's also an original subject. Like I don't know if this picture has been put out anywhere. I believe this is like an original drawing. So yeah, just fantastic. It's Evil Morty fucking around with Rick, which, I mean, a lot of people think that Evil Morty's coming back to fuck Rick over, like he was his original Morty, or he was, either way, he was entwined with the Rick that we follow, the C-137. And a lot of people think that he's, planning to specifically come back and kill that Rick. I love the Last Supper. I really love that we put the portal back in the windows. That was great. It's hard to kind of like focus on, to put some subject in the background that doesn't take away from the characters. But I think it draws your eye to the middle, which is great. I really enjoy the character selection. I think I talked to Misty before about the character selection. She said it was hard to figure out which ones to put in there, but she put in a lot of my favorites. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess if I could change any character, I can't even think of a character I'd throw in there. I feel like this is it's like the perfect choice, and they're all painted really well. If you zoom in, you could see that it's done. It almost looks like it's been done online, but when you zoom in, it's a painting, I believe, and it's awesome. I really enjoyed. All the characters are bang on. I like Jerry and Beth facing each other. They look like kind of like they're about to get in in an argument. I love how Squanchy, being a shorter character, is just standing on the table instead. I don't know if the choice was like, hey, I'm drawing Squanchy, and they're like, oh, he's not that tall, and it's like, oh, just have him fucking standing on the table. So yeah, great picture. The last entry is the Free Rick cell phone case, which I think is great because that's got to be a really hard medium to draw on. It's a cell phone case that just got painted over. The colors are great. Rick looks great. He looks like he doesn't give a fucking shit. And I also like the choice to have the numbers up there to make it the what do you call that? Prison photo. Prison photo. The line up there. Yeah, the lineup photo. Great idea, because it looks like the lines are already in the phone case, so that must have just come right from that, to come up with that as an idea. So, it's Misty says it's painting acrylic paints. And Lance says he's an oil painter. It's cool. Actually, I've had lots of conversations with Lance about these things. So, let's go to, we'll go to the Dark Side of the Moon one here. That is submitted by, All right, let me find it. Chelsea Real with two L's is two L's in Real, not two L's in Chelsea. That's who submitted this one. I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd, and I know that when I pulled it up, Sean said, like, that's fucking awesome. I've been digging the Pink Floyd, so yeah. I mean, it's funny. I have a weird relationship with Pink Floyd because I'm a really big fan. I love most of their albums. I even like some of their earlier stuff, Piper at the Gates and things like that, and I'm such a big fan, but I am not at all a stoner. So a lot of people will come up to me and be like, oh man, like, yeah, we should get stoned and listen to Pink Floyd. And I'm like, I don't really get stoned. But I mean, more recently, I've kind of got into some of that stuff. More, that's the boo from Sean who likes to hit the vape. Yeah, I mean, I do get into it sometimes now. Actually, more often now than I ever have, but I don't even think I started until I was like 30 something ever. So it was kind of, anyways, just some shit about me. You don't want to hear about me. It's great. It honestly looks like pretty professional. Like I said before about color theory, like the clouds clashing with orange and blue and going to red, and like it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty amazing painting. And like same thing, I would think that this was like, we have it zoomed in here where you can barely see the edges, but I can see the edges in the picture I was sent. So it's definitely a painting just submitted on here. So last but not least, another form of art. One of the only forms of art that I engage in quite often is making memes. So we got this Top Hat Jones. It says, and now we know why Lucky the Leprechaun always ran. So the leprechaun from Lucky Charms always runs away from the kids. And that's because if you don't, you fucking get tore open with a knife by fucking crazed orphans with fucking dead looks in their eyes. And anyways, R.I.P. to Top Hat Jones. Yeah. I like it. It's great. It's good. And like I said, I make memes all the time. They are an art. They're kind of an art thing now. Like you get people who make really shit memes, and you get people who make memes that fucking make you laugh for the whole fucking day. Sometimes I wake up and see something and I fucking laugh, like, and I'm like, man, this is an art form. But then there are other people who make it look like it's fucking not an art form at all. Man, I don't know. You know what? Can we like, you know what? Let's get a judges conference here. Shh. Oh, you fucking gonna pick the Pink Floyd? It looks amazing. So we're trying to confer on this one. This one's my favorite. You know why this one's my favorite, and I'm not revealing it to you guys. This one's my favorite because I want to use this. I'm going to put whichever one here as the logo for the Rick and Morty fan show. Not the logo like for all the time. Otherwise I'd have to pay that person a lot of money, but I'm going to put this one on my page. I don't know. You know what? That's one of the only artists I did not talk to, which makes it harder because, I mean, we don't know where everybody, where everyone's background in art is. We don't know. Like, I can't tell if that one's a painting or not. I mean, I don't know. I would like to award this one. And I hope nobody gets upset with what my choice is, but I would like to give this one to this purple and green thing here. Fucking Johnny interrupting the show. Did you guys hear the door open? It's fucking Johnny, piece of shit. You'll see Johnny if you go back on. If you join us for our next show, the Fandom Empire show. All right, let me just. I don't want to get this name wrong. Is she? I'm going to award the win to Leslie Rodriguez for this beauty here. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even say why I enjoy it so much, but this is the one that I want. This is the one I pick for the winner. They're all fantastic submissions, which is why I devoted half the show today. I'm going over time already. We go late and we always fucking go over time. What can I say more? I think we pretty much got to end on that note. I did want to touch on some season 5 stuff. I don't have any crazy spoilers or anything or any crazy news that no one else has, but I'm just starting to see more and more signs that it's coming up. I've seen some new merch coming up different places, and I just wanted to say I'm starting to think it's coming up soon. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. I actually didn't get to the chat at all today, so that's kind of shitty. I suck. What the fuck?
You must have short-term memory because you were talking to the chat a bunch in the first half of the show.
Did I talk to the chat a bunch?
Very, very much.
I hope. Well, I engaged the chat because a lot of the artists are here and I'm critiquing their work with my expert critiqueness. I think this picture's awesome. And, if I'm going to talk to Leslie about possibly grabbing this picture to put on the Rick and Morty fan show as my thumbnail for maybe a week or something like that. Because it's a fucking amazing picture. Oh, what? Melissa said, yuck Packers, you suck. I was like, yuck me? What? No. Yeah, you're right. Fucking, I don't even know how do you see that Johnny's in there? Or, you know what? It's Melissa. She knows the Packers suck. And she knows she knows you're wearing that fucking ugly shit hat. And that'll do it for us today.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. It's a fucking wacky show, guys. It's a shit show.
It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show.
What?
Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show.
Yeah. Ooh.
Scary Terry show.
I'll just dance. I thought the music means the show's over. What kind of producer are you?
Don't forget to check out Kieron's Rick and Morty fan group on Facebook. It's the Rick and Morty fan show with the little and symbol. And you got all sorts of good shit happening over there. People joining left and right. Doing his job for him. Good night, everybody.
He's a professional.
Somebody play something.
It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show.